How's it going, guys, and welcome to the Roulette Calculator step system. This is going to be a different episode from the recent ones. If you haven't seen the playlist, you can click in the top right hand corner to watch the playlist, and that's where I took $80 up to close to $2,500 using this step system. Now, I've had plenty of comments of people asking how to use the spreadsheet and also how the area key works in regards to the depths and when I should bet. So I'm going to do a couple of videos explaining them in detail. And first of all, we're going to look at the spreadsheet. But before we do that, I just want to thank all of the people that are leaving these awesome comments on the YouTube videos. I really do appreciate that. We got Franz here that said, nice video as always, Ed. I've been using your betting system with the area key for 3 days now, and I'm doing great without a single losing session so far. They will come, of course, I know, but there hasn't been one, luckily. So, I mean, yeah, of course, you're going to get a losing session. I still haven't had one using this system yet, but I've only done I think 17 or 18 sessions using this, so it's all about taking more profit than loss. So he said, firstly, I've watched your free course and now I'm betting with small stakes, 10 cents a couple of sessions one day, and I'm up around 80 euros in 3 days. Started with 150 euros and now up to 230. I'm playing your neighbor betting system of 19 numbers, covering 51.4% of the wheel. I follow your tips and it works perfectly. I take everything you have said very seriously and try and learn every day from my mistakes, which have greatly decreased. What would you consider a good strike rate with your bets between wins and losses? Now, I'm not sure what you mean there, but typically when I used to do like the martingale system and things like that, I would say getting 8 winning sessions out of 10 is a good rule of thumb. But of course, I've had way more using this step system, so I'm curious to see what what we can do. But obviously, from $80, I originally started taking $50 profits per session. So all you need to do is get 2 winning sessions, and then you're golden. Like I said, I've had 18, and I also scaled it up, where I was doing 2, and in my last video was $3 per number instead of 50 cents. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to talk a little bit about that in this next session where we're looking at this spreadsheet. But yeah, I really want to appreciate you for your comment. Also talking about the VPN and cryptos, I'm going to talk about that as well. Again, Yoga said this progression is so good. I've never touched below 50% of my initial balance. So that's good. Again, I appreciate it. And there's so many comments that people have been putting out there, so I really do appreciate that, and it makes making these videos a lot more worthwhile. So let's take a look at this Roulette Calculator step system, and again, I've added a links page, so this will be linked in the description and pinned in the comment, and this is just going to take you to all of the different links that people are asking for, because I don't like to keep repeating myself. One of the ones I get asked all the time is, what casino am I using? I can't recommend the casino on YouTube. I can't mention the name without my video being blocked. So I've put it on here, and I'll explain a little bit about each of these links. The tracking tools, you can click on this link. That will take you to the info page on where you can get these roulette tracking tools. The dealer tracking course, now I've updated this link because a few of you had problems enrolling on the free course. You was clicking on enroll and it was just a spinning wheel of doom. So I've uploaded the course to Udemy, and everything will be on here. And obviously it's a much better platform than the one I built, so that will go there. It's got a built-in coupon code which will make the course free. I did try setting it for free on Udemy, but if the course is over, I think 2 hours or an hour, you can't set it as free. So what I'm doing is a coupon code in there, and that will be active for 100 people. As soon as that expires, I will update to a new code and so on. So anyway, you can get the course there. Casino I recommend. There's millions of casinos out there, loads of online casinos. The only reason I recommend this one is because they don't have a strict address verification policy. So I can create an account using a Gmail account, and when you go to a page and it's like sign up with Google, you can do that. So you can create multiple Google accounts and just register to that particular online platform with ease. But I suggest if you're doing that in a country that you are not permitted, like I am, see, I'm using a VPN, but if I'm not using a VPN, I will get a geo restriction thing. So I do use a VPN, And if you are going to use a VPN, I highly recommend that you deposit and withdraw using cryptocurrency. I'll probably make a separate video on this. I did one in the past because a lot of people ask me about this. And the reason I like this casino, apart from the lack of address verification, I like that because I set up multiple accounts, and I do, as I call them, shadow games, where I'll play on one account, build a bit of a balance up, switch to another account, build a balance up, because when you're running any sort of system, it's easy for them to track what you're doing. And we all know that online casinos can be manipulated. Some people don't believe that's possible, but I've been around long enough to see that it is possible. So I do shadow games where I'll build up a couple of thousand in one account and then move to a different account and try and stay under the radar. So that's one of the reasons. The other is they have a huge amount of low stake tables, and just in general, thousands of roulette tables. A lot of them you have to use some manual trackers for, but you've got Playtech, Pragmatic and Evolution, which you can use the auto tracking tools for. And here's the link for the Excel downloads. So obviously just click on that, and that's going to take you to this Excel download page where you can download any of the systems that I've come up with. The one we're tackling today is the roulette calculator step system, which in my opinion is the best strategy out there. Okay, so that is pretty much that's pretty much what I'm talking about. If there are any other questions, or like where can I get this or what can I do, I will add it in this links page, and this is obviously going to be linked in the thing. Anyway, back to the topic. So this is the spreadsheet. So anything in yellows, with all my spreadsheets, anything that is yellow is the only fields that you should modify. Okay, so here you can see 10 cents. This is the starting bet per number. So if you wanted to change that to 50 cents, you just put 0.5 and that's going to update it. Okay, in the last videos I was doing $2 per number, and this is going to update your advised bankroll. Okay, now I've set this at 4 steps in. Okay, so you can see here the accumulated cost if you go 4 losses down would be 380. Now, out of all of my sessions, I did go to a step for 5 once. The majority was at a step of 4 there. So that's really personal preference for you. I still think a depth of 4 is best. Now, if you go to a depth of 5, you can take that as a loss, but you're going to get far more, well, as long as you do it correctly, you're going to get far more wins than losses. So that's personal preference, but I would recommend a step, depth down of 4 or 5. Okay, and again, it depends on your bankroll. If you are, if you've got a large bankroll and you're doing a very low stake, you might want to go all the way down to like 15 or 16 steps, but that's personal preference. So you can edit that. The numbers covered. Now, in this case, the whole playlist that we've been doing 19 numbers, which is, it works out nice mathematically. Obviously you can get more losses than wins and still be in profit, which is really nice considering you're covering 51.4% of the table. Now, I did explain this before, but I'm just going to go over it again. So what happens is it's a step system. So if you get a win, if you're at the top of the sheet, you're just going to step to the right. If you're further down the sheet, you're going to step up. And if there's something in the way, you're going to have to go to the right. So let me give you an example. Let's say we get a win, okay? We get a win, it's going to show you your profit. Now, because you got a win, you're going to step to the right. Let's say you get a loss, okay? And then let's say you get another loss. So you're going to step down. And because you get another loss, you're going to step down. Let's say you get another loss, you're going to step down. If you get a win, you're going to step up. Okay, now because there's an L in the way, you can't step up. So you're going to have to step up and then go to the right. Okay, let's say you get another win, you're going to step up and you'll see that you're back in profit. Okay, and let's say you get a loss here. Obviously you can't step down because there's a W there. So you're going to step to the right. Okay, so every time you get a win, you're going to step up. Or if you're at the top, you're going to step across. But every time you get a win, you're going to step up. Every time you get a loss, you're going to step down. Okay, so in this case, we got a win here, so we're going to step up, but there's an L in the way, so we're going to go across. Let's say we get another win. Now we get a loss. Okay, so because you got a win, you're going to step up. Let's say you get a loss, you're going to step down, and of course the W's in the way, so you're going to have to move to the right. The only thing that's important is you're on the same row. Okay, so if you obviously get the loss there, you got to step down. Don't just step down to here. You're going to have to step down and then across. Now this is just to work out all of the math for you. So let's say we get a win and then we get a win. Okay, so that's $100 win, and that's pretty much what my target has been when I've got $2 per number. Now when you're stepping up and down, you have to take note on the unit size. It's very, very simple. It increases by 1 unit each time. So in this case, my unit size, the CPN stands for cost per number, is $2. Okay, so I would be betting 1 unit, and 1 unit means $2 per number, and that's going to be covering 19 numbers, which would total $38. Okay, and if I got the loss, I would have to step down and do 2 units, and in that case that would be $4 per number. If that lost, I would step down again. That would be 3 units, which would be $6 per number. Now of course you can change this at any point and say I want that to be 10 cents or 10 pence, and it will adjust accordingly. Okay, so you'll be like, oh, that's 10 cents per number. And the way that you do it, when you're on the casino, you select your unit size. So say it is 10 cents, you just select the 10 cents thing, and then when you step down, you're like, units are 3, you can just click 3 times, and that's going to give you the 30 cents per number. Okay, so you don't have to switch to the exact currency, you know, the exact amount when you're making a selection. You could just have your unit size set to 10, select 10 cents on the table, and then use this to know how many clicks you're going to make. I hope that makes sense. So that's essentially the step system, and the idea is what you want to do is set yourself a target. You want a target of what you're going to accept. Like I said, when I was doing $2 per number, I was going for $100 profit, and that seemed to work pretty well for me. And we did discuss if you get close to your target, like in that one episode, I think it was episode 13, I got to $94, and it didn't take long at all. It took a couple of minutes, and then I was like, oh, I got to get that extra $6, and I went on a bit of a losing streak, and it took me 14 more bets, and I think I completed it at $104 or something like that. So it was a bit of a lesson for me. It's like you don't have to get the exact amount. If you're happy when you get close to it, that's a good place to cut out. But this step system gives you a really good insight. It shows you exactly what your profit or loss is, and it works very nicely. So this is pretty much the spreadsheet. I didn't upload another video where I teach you how to make this clear data button work, and that will be linked in the top right hand corner of your screen now if you're struggling with that. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That is a spreadsheet. I don't want to drag this video on too long. If there's anything that I haven't covered, please let me know, and I will try and address that in the comments. The next video that we're going to do, I will be looking at the area key, showing you exactly how to put this together and what the depths means, what I'm looking for in a dealer, and what warrants me to make any bets. I probably won't be doing bets at the moment. Oh, by the way, I've taken my balance, like I said, close to $2,500. I've withdrawn that now, and I've left myself $100 because I want to see if this was a fluke, and I'm going to see if I can try and do that again from $100. Now, I was starting at 0.5, 50 cents per number, and what I said is my, the advised bankroll is $95 or £95, whatever currency you're using. So that's what I'm doing. I've left $100 in the account, and I've withdrawn the rest. A very, very nice profit that I got from running this system. But I want to see if I can replicate the results and ultimately see if I get a losing session. I'm sure one will come, but I just want to see if I can get into enough profit again from a low starting balance to see if I can succeed using this system yet again. Anyway, I really appreciate your comments and also the likes on the video. It really does motivate me to continue making a video daily. I upload them at 1 p.m. UK time every day. So if you enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and also check out the playlist where you see me using this system to take $80 up to $2,500. With that said, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and bet smart.
Subscribe now.